guest on Keel, heard via the Jack Spring Electric Keel Newsmaker hotline. Dr. Martha Whyte, the medical director, State Office of Public Health for our region. I think that's Region 7. Hey, Dr. Martha, welcome back to Keel. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are y'all?
So Erin said you don't have much time, that you've been on the phone. It's this big, important conference call. She's kind of freaking out because she read there's like a 2-week incubation period with coronavirus, and she was in New Orleans for Mardi Gras 2 weeks ago. Should she be nervous?
No. So this is one person who is a veteran, was not out and about a lot. And so unless she was in close contact with this person for several minutes, like within 6 feet, she's still in a good position.
Okay, you told us last time we chatted that it's here. We just haven't had a positive case in our area. How soon are you anticipating that? I mean, you guys talk about that. How soon before we have a positive test in the Arklatex?
Well, I would expect one relatively soon. You know, we are definitely seeing physicians requesting testing and more interested in testing since it's been expanded, and then again, of course, since we've had a case. So I think that likelihood is probably going to come in the near future.
Dr. Whyte, you know
I can't tell you exactly when.
Gotcha. You know there are people listening who are saying, I want to be tested. Where do I go? What do I do if I want to be tested? I'm insistent.
So right now, the best thing for them to do, is stay calm, because most people are going to still, so far, have a travel history. If they haven't had a travel history, they're going to have been associated with someone who's diagnosed with the virus, or else have a very serious illness. So if you are well and walking around, just have a mild cold, I wouldn't worry yourself too much. If you're very concerned, call your physician's office, talk to them, tell them your concerns, and let them go through some of the questions that we would ask to see if you need to be tested.
Dr. Martha, I have been talking about this on the radio for a couple of days, longer than that. There are so many people on social media who literally, and there was one woman, and I tried to talk her off the ledge. She's quoting biblical scripture about end of times and that we should all go out on the lawn and wait for the rapture. And I said, maybe not that. And I mentioned something that you had said last week to us. So if you would repeat that and explain it again. The vast majority of people who might get the coronavirus, it's really just, to use your words, I think, a really bad cold, right?
That's right. So let's keep this in perspective. The reason why physicians, especially public health, is concerned about this virus is because it's a new virus. So we have a chance for a lot of people to get sick. The good news about this new virus is that most people who get it, over 80%, close between 80 and 90%, have really mild symptoms. So to the point of just a mild cold, some people might have a mild flu, so they'll get those muscle aches as well. But it's really something that you just kind of feel a little bad and you get over it.
So
it's
basically,
really people who have chronic illness that we're worried about.
Basically, when you see all this, just literally people, and I don't mean this literally, obviously, foaming at the mouth over this must make you crazier than it makes me, huh?
It's a little concerning, and I think the problem is we have so many different messages coming out from above us. We have some people who say it's nothing. We have other people who say we could have mass closures, and so I think we all just need to calm down, take a breath, and realize that most people are really just going to have a little mild respiratory illness and do fine.
Okay, Dr. Whyte, you ready?
Having said that, having said that, Dr.
Here goes the nut job.
Here comes the voice of doom once again.
Is your mother still alive?
My mother is still alive,
Okay.
and she's actually very sick right now. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
she is a concern for me. She would be someone at high risk.
Do you tell your mother, what do you tell your mother in terms of places she should avoid?
So people my mother's age and people who have some sort of major illness, immunocompromised, right now, because we know it's probably in our community, I would say minimize your time out. It doesn't mean you can't you can't go to the grocery store, or you can't go to church, but let's not hug and kiss on people in church like we normally do. Let's just, say good morning. We as Americans, we love to touch. We love to kiss. We love to hug, shake hands. All we need to do is say good morning right now.
No more shaking hands?
I don't. Well, not right now. I would just. But the truth is, when we have a bad flu season, I would tell you the same thing. Let's just keep your little social distance, and not be afraid. But if you don't have to go to the grocery store, if you got people that can do it for you, let them do it. If you're an elderly person or an infirmed person. But it doesn't mean you have to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean you have to be afraid. It just means maybe use a little extra caution.
I said a bunch of times, and I'm trying to just bang this into Erin's head. I said when it comes to coronavirus, and you'll know what I mean, and you can explain. It doesn't infect you. You infect yourself. I'm not too far off on that, am I?
No, you're absolutely correct.
I hate when you say that.
There's two ways you can get it. So if you happen to walk right into someone's sneeze, we all know those people who don't cover their mouths.
In other words, if you exchange body fluids.
Right. If you walk into their sneeze and you breathe it in, that's one way. But that's not real common. So the most common way we're going to get it is we're going to touch a surface that someone who has sneezed or wiped their nose with their hands or, has it on their body. They touch that surface, you come behind them and touch it. So if you keep your hands off your face, away from your nose, mouth, and eyes, you're going to do a huge favor to yourself because you really probably won't get sick.